Hi, Owen Everard here with the Back Aware Belt and Everard Physio. So what I'm going to do is just do an article out of my book, Get to the Line in the Best Shape Possible. Forgot the title. If you want, you can just click the link. You can download this. You can listen to it in an audiobook. So, but just one article here on it would be getting your warm up right using VO2 kinetics. So we're going to talk through that. There's a couple of infographics to show you. So I'll talk through it very quickly. Well, not that quickly, I'm not much of a rush. So the main thing this is like in hurling, we would have talked about getting your second wind. Well, it turns out that's actually a thing where you want to be breathing heavy before you do a race, before you're in an event like a hurling match, a soccer match, whatever you're doing. Okay, so what you need to do is, say, let's take running, for example, first. But about 20 minutes out to 10 minutes out, latest I would do it beforehand. Usually 20 minutes if you're an elite runner. If you're just someone running like a park run, do it 10 minutes out. You want to run about 30 seconds or about 200 meters at your race pace or slightly quicker, because you want to really be breathing heavy before you go. So what that'll do is it opens up your lungs. So you want to be tired after this, okay? And your body's going to recover. You've only done 30 seconds. And again, especially if it's an elite race, you might do this 20 minutes beforehand, then put on your spikes. I usually do this in my trainers. Last thing I do in my trainers, I would have stretched. I would have done my jog, stretched, done like high knees in my trainers, or runners as we call them in Ireland. Bum kicks, but keeping the knees out in front. Don't flick your legs behind. It teaches bad mechanics. Do bum kicks, but keep your knees coming up in front. Side to sides. A little bit of dynamic stretching, then coming back each time. And then I'm going to do one 200 meter run at race pace to get myself breathing hard. And then I'll just jog, walk back, put on my spikes, do whatever I need to do. And then I'll start doing some shorter strides before the race. And I'm kind of maybe just doing 3 of those. So what it does is, the science behind it is that you essentially want to get, it's called VO2 kinetics. You want to get your max VO2 before you've done a run. Okay, so how that helps then is that they've shown that in, if you can see that's backwards 3, but basically I'll just explain what happens. That if you haven't done a hard enough effort, say 20 minutes out or 10 minutes out, basically it can take up to 60 to 90 seconds for you to get up to full 100% VO2 max. And obviously in a race, especially if it's a 1500 or even a 5k, you can't have a minute where you're really trying to catch your breath. You'll panic. You want to be able to go. People have done a hard effort, so either 4 by 50 meters or 200 meters or 150 to 200 meters of strides, so like 30 seconds at the race pace. It took them 6 seconds. So rather than have this gradual glide to get back up to that pace, it took 6 seconds to get up to that. Okay, so if you're doing a race, this is one thing that can dramatically improve your race performance, because you'll be able to get up to 100% efficiency so much quicker. If you're a team-based sport, it's important that, again, that 10 to 20 minutes out, you're doing something vigorous. So if I was doing it with a team, I would get them to do like some small-sided game that replicates the intensity that you're going to try to do in the match. So again, you'd warm them up, be nice and warm, put them into a game for like, say, 90 seconds, where they're really working hard, moving over. Again, like say it could be 15 on 15, or you could go 8 on 8 in a grid, or 6 on 6, or whatever it is for your starting players. And again, do like 60 seconds, max 90 seconds, get them breathing heavy, and then you could go back into the changing rooms, get on the shirts if you haven't done that, let them stretch. Like, you still have loads of time before the race or for a match, but again, it just allows them to be fully prepared. So I think this is one of the key takeaways I see people do. This is different than 50-meter sprints before a race. Okay, these are not strides before a race. This is a longer effort stride, about 20 to 10 minutes before a race. It gets you breathing heavy and allows, with that VO2 kinetics, to spike up. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. I'll put up the picture here. Again, if you want the book, just click the link, and there's an audio book with my Kilkenny tones, just reading through a lot of the articles we have. Hope you enjoyed that.